For 3 days and 3 nights, the man lay flat on the ground, too afraid to move an inch. Behind him was a 100-meter-high cliff. If he accidentally fell, he would be crushed to pieces. To survive, he gripped the loose sand tightly with his hands, struggling to keep his body balanced. But the sand was far too soft, and couldn't support the weight of his body. Before he could react, his whole body started sliding uncontrollably toward the edge. In a moment of panic, the man spread his legs wide to increase resistance, pressing his head tightly against the ground as a brake. This barely managed to stop his body from sliding further. Still trembling from fear, he instinctively wanted to call for help, but when he lifted his head, he realized there wasn't a single person in sight. As despair began to grip him, the phone inside his backpack suddenly rang. Realizing this might be his only chance to survive, he quickly adjusted his posture, carefully reaching for his backpack. But as soon as his fingers touched the phone, his right hand slipped, and his body lost balance, plunging him once again toward the cliff at high speed. At the critical moment, the man managed to grab onto a protruding rock. His body got stuck on the edge of the cliff just in time. Now he was just one step away from death. Desperately, he forced himself to stay calm, struggling to think of any way to save himself. Then he noticed the crashing waves below the cliff, and a bold idea popped into his head. He began carefully calculating the frequency of the waves hitting the rocks. After confirming his calculations over several wave cycles, he summoned all his courage. When the next wave arrived, he jumped. The ocean water cushioned his fall, and the man survived the jump. But the force of the impact was too strong, and his lower back slammed into a jagged rock, leaving him unconscious. Luckily, he regained consciousness quickly. Before he could drown, he fought to swim to the nearest rocky outcrop.